Okay guys, good morning. Let's get started. Today we'll see the continuation of last session, queries. Okay, there are a few other examples. Have you seen the link I shared? This is the link I've shared. Today we'll see the grouping keyword and a few other things and joins, etc. Aggregate functions. We start with this. Aggregate functions perform calculations on a single field or group of records. Example, suppose we have a table and on that table you want to get the total number of records on that table. How do you do that? I'll write directly on the Visual Studio. If you want to perform group by operations, do that. Okay, what are aggregate functions? Say what are aggregate functions? Count, sum, average, min, max, etc. So if I want to have a count of records, how do you do that? Select count of rec ID from cust table. This is it. Further short notation, you just remove cust, it will compile. No? Info. we use inline function strfmt. What this does, I'll just show you. Percentage 0, comma, ID. This strfmt, one second. That's the issue. Yeah, you just have to declare this variable rec_id. Rec_id is of type rec_id. If I run this, I get the total number of records in this variable. This strfmt is an inline function where it replaces 0 within this braces with rec_id. Okay, if you have to replace multiple things, you have to do like this. One or something like the first occurrence will be replaced by the value after comma. The second one, the one, if will be replaced by something if you have something like rec_id2. You just have to remember the order after the comma. After finishing this line, after the comma, 0 will be replaced with 0 will be replaced with first value and 1 will be replaced with second value. Here we don't have rec_id2, that's why it is throwing an error. Okay, now we should see the count. I'm updating this strfmt formats the string. Now we'll run this and see. How many records do we have? 343. USMF 32. USMF, we should see the value of 32 printed here. This is previous query, don't need it. Then we should see. It hasn't replaced it. Why? Stable. You still see this? I forgot this actually. This is percentage 1, not in braces. That's a different thing. Mm, okay, we don't need to declare this. Yeah, I think this should be fine. Let's debug. See, rec ID 32. You see the rec ID is updated with 32. We have the same number of records here, 32 rows. The SQL equivalent query for this is we want to filter it with the legal entity, that is data area ID 32. So you should see this in the front end 32. So the str the strfmt works like it replaces percentage one with the first one after the comma. If you put percentage two, it looks for second thing if it has any value. If there is any variable, it replaces the percentage to with the second variable mentioned after comma. Percentage one means replace percentage one with first value after comma. Okay, this is it. There are other things. Let's see what we have in the cast table, and then we'll perform other other aggregate functions. You see, we have this credit max. We'll perform aggregate options, aggregate queries, perform operations on this. Okay, credit max. Select AVG of credit max from custom info. Again, strfmt. strfmt is string format shortcut. Don't need quotes, but you need this one. It max. The same way, select min of min of cast table. This one and average. This is min. Same thing. Max of we have to get the maximum value of the credit max column. Let's run this. Additional runs this. See, we have 5 different values. Average credit max. Average credit max. The average in that column of credit max is 266, 253. The minimum value is 0 and the maximum value is 1 million. The average, count, min of and max. Min of and max. These are the aggregate functions. And also there is something called group by. Let's keep this open. Group by, we have duplicate. 32. 1 second, let me check the data. From table. So we don't have duplicates here. So what we can do, just pick another column, yeah, cast group. Here I can see some duplicates here. Cast group. Group. For okay, for distinct cast groups. Let's say this is the cast table. Here from the SQL Server, I could see there are only 4 cast groups in the entire cast group table. Okay, one is 10, 30, 90, 100. I want to know count of, that means, see, cast group, there is a cast group. Where is it? Where? Here. You see? Close the connection loss. It's refreshing. Here we are. Okay. Come on. Yeah, for all the records here you can see there are only 4. You can see this here. This even this displays. Oh, this is slow. What's happening? Just refresh it and it'll open. Oh, stop it. There are only 4 groups.